Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
I'm Jace.
We're going to watch another Nostalgia Critic. This one, we watched Fant4stic 4 last week, and now we're watching Fant4stic. So, fun fact, if you watched our Green Lantern one, this is actually the first movie where I immediately left the theater and thought to myself, that's fucking sucks. Oh my god, this movie's bad.
It was just not worth it, man.
I have some fun facts about this movie.
Casting choices were interesting.
Well, the casting is fine. I don't dislike them. Michael B. Jordan, he's great. Not in this movie, because nobody's good in this movie. But it's not his fault.
Oh my god, it's 27 minutes long, dude.
Oh my god. You know what blew me away in this movie? Is like, there's the giant sky portal, or the beam or whatever, and I was like, really? Again? Because like what? We had Avengers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, this one, Suicide Squad. Like, I'm just... You think there's like a Netflix category for it at this point? Just, you like this movie because you like giant sky portals.
Shitty movies that came out this year. Or something.
Okay, I want to say this. Why was... What's the dad's name? Storm? Was it Richard Storm? No, that's Reed's name. It's like, he's trying to recruit people, right? Where does he go? Fucking science fair. The high school science fair. Also, this movie is dark. You made the joke in the last Fant4stic 4 video where like, the movie is so dark. And like, oh what? Like what? They take a lot of like edgy turns? Like, no, they don't turn on any fucking lights.
Can't tell what the fuck's going on.
There's so many things. Like, I found something interesting about this movie. So apparently one of the original drafts was like they go to the other dimension and like Galactus is there. And then he steals Victor away and makes him like one of the heralds of Galactus. I'm like, why'd they change it? That's interesting. God damn it. This movie is so boring and dull. And once again, it's the thing about like, oh, they saved the day. No, you didn't. You did this.
This 27-minute long video is going to be more entertaining than that movie.
At least, okay, when it came to the last one, when he was showing me clips of the one from 2005, I was just like, it was soul draining. I can't even believe how bad that movie was. There's no surprises here. I know how much of a shitty... You can't bring it down anymore. This is the bottom of the barrel. When I made a crack vid for this movie, it started with like a song that goes, your movie sucks so bad. It was dumb, dumb, dumb this year. You sucked real bad.
We all want our money back.
Yes. What do you think about them replacing the A with a 4?
I think that's just one of the ways that they make sure they can differentiate it from the other movies.
I get that. But take that away. Like, this movie has no identity, really. Of course, what happened was they made this movie. You know why they made this movie? To keep the film rights.
So the same thing with Venom? God damn it.
Okay, they did it so they could keep the film rights, but Marvel actually offered them a deal. Like, hey, we will give you an extension on Daredevil if you give us the rights to Fantastic Four. But then they're like, no deal. And they made this movie. They lost Daredevil anyway because the Marvel Daredevil Netflix series is supposed to be like, canon with the MCU. And then it didn't matter because they bought out 20th Century Fox anyway.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's let our brains get fried a little.
Me and you, we drove up to some theater with recliner seats.
Lakewood.
How long was the drive? Like 45 minutes?
Yeah, wasn't worth it.
Wasn't worth it.
All the movies for us to see for that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter now because now our local theaters actually have recliners.
Yeah.
Still. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Fry our brains, please.
Somebody told me the name of that character with the dude with the black spiky hair and the eye makeup. It's the best name ever. You know what it is? Devil Boner. That's amazing. I love that. Batman. Dinosaur.
I have 2 remotes.
When we were a superhero team?
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah, you'd think we'd remember something like that.
You mean you have no recollection when a meteor smashed into Earth? Gave us incredible powers, forming the trio of the adequately impressive 3, and then we just sat around and watched Daredevil on Netflix?
Yeah.
The clips helped us remember.
Why didn't we do anything after that?
Well, we did have that unpleasant encounter with the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, but that was so bad that everyone forgot it.
As they should. But maybe we've forgotten what it means to be superheroes.
What do you mean?
What if we did it again? What if we brought back the adequately impressive 3, only this time we did it right?
How?
Except they didn't. They did it worse.
Let's see.
We'd be darker, grittier, and more realistic, which as we all know immediately equals better. No more pixelator, clobberer, or sparky boom man. Together, we shall be Malcolm, Tamra, and Nostalgia Critic.
Wait, what happened to our superhero names?
We're too edgy for that. We don't need them anymore. Together, we shall become...
All the E's.
So many.
Oh, I see. You let the title display our name so we wouldn't have to say it out loud.
Exactly.
That's really embracing our brand with pride.
And enough of this bright, colorful background.
Hey, we're in a dark room.
Our lives are dark.
I love. They're just embracing what I said about how dark the movie is.
Darkness.
God, Critic, this is so different. What are we gonna do with the new us?
This time we're gonna get it right.
Nope.
We're gonna sit around and watch Jessica Jones on Netflix. Is this a metaphor?
He's got chips in his hair.
Oh. How are you guys still not fighting crime? Quiet, Rock. Casey, we're brooding. But you're doing the same thing you did last time.
No, we're doing it in a darker room.
Look, just because you're doing the same thing in a dark room does not mean you're still not doing the same thing. Of course it does.
Being dark and unpleasant always equals more sophisticated and faithful.
Just look at the original source material. Doesn't that just scream dark rooms and gritty realism?
I think somebody needs to read a comic. Let me guess. You just saw the last cinematic version of Fant4stic. No. Just saw the last cinematic version of Fant4stic.
Dude, people were pumped for this. This trailer had like the most highest viewed trailer of any Fox movie.
Not only a critical, audience, and box office portal of suck, but even the director expressed his disappointment on Twitter before the film came out. Man, there's ouch, and then there's... This would be
Oh my
the
God.
fourth time the Fantastic Four was botched cinematically. And it's sad that with such an impressive amount of failures, the most accurate representation is this one.
What kind of a thing have I turned into?
God damn it, the 90s.
What have you done? What have you done?
Yeah, they get that bad. So, while you focus on what's most important, perfecting your brooding pose, get off of me!
He hit him.
Review. This is Fantastic Four.
I love this joke. You're right, they're embracing it.
Fox logo flashing the letter F, similar to how they flashed the letter X before the X-Men films. Honestly,
That's
if you want to
stupid.
give us any assurance you'd flash this.
We got Deadpool. We got Deadpool. We don't owe you shit.
No, American high school is where ideas go to die.
Earth to Richards.
Star Trek jokes always wins over an entire class. We see his teacher, Homer Simpson.
Yep.
That's his voice actor, Dan Castellaneta.
Yep.
Random. Is not happy with his future goals.
I want to be the first person in human history to teleport himself. It's already possible to transport quantum information from one location to another.
Even if you could build the thing.
I've already built it.
I am also working on a foolproof way to keep DD out of my room.
The assignment was to pick a real career in the real world.
Why can't you be a nuclear safety engineer, or an astronaut, or mayor, or country singer manager? I can keep going. I've had over 188 jobs. You think your franchise is running on fumes? Phew!
But his friend Ben also seems to be having trouble when he goes home to...
Also, it's like you're a teacher. Aren't you supposed to be encouraging kids?
What do you think? Yay, that lighthearted phrase is from an abusive household.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Well, Reed says he can get him out of this movie. I mean situation. He just needs a power converter for his flux capacitor. I mean remake of Explorers. I mean teleporter. Actually, flux capacitor would sound more reasonable at this point.
Don't blow up.
What?
Don't blow up.
Oh, what every producer said when this movie premiered. Holy smokes, I made weed! We're gonna be the Fantastic 420! Years go by and the two are ready to try their experiment again at the science fair.
It modulates the frequency of matter from one location to another and back again.
Marge, the eggheads are saying the word things again.
It's a teleporter.
Yeah, whatever, nerd. When are you gonna stretch already?
You may want to cover your ears.
The experiment makes the teleport to a location they're not sure of, so there's no proof it actually teleported, but it does result in a sonic boom so powerful it destroyed the basketball hoop. So, hey, that's gotta count for something.
You're disqualified.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
This is a science fair, not a magic competition.
So, magic destroyed the basketball hoop.
Yeah.
Jesus, what does it take to impress you, Homer?
It only transports matter.
Well, thank God the director of
Perfect clip for that.
Research Institute working on interdimensional teleportation just happened to be there. No, really, someone must have been eating Lucky's pubes to have that happen. Oh my God.
I think you've cracked interdimensional travel.
I will say maybe he was keeping an eye on Reed, but this
I was going to give a grand for that paper mache volcano, but I guess this
paper mache volcano. It'd be great if there was that in the background.
So high tech they can't fully light their hallways as Reed tries to
Yep.
get friendly with the director's daughter, Sue Storm.
It'd be great if the library was dark too.
Is that kind of like your thing?
Oddly enough, no. What sounds that form melodies, is that still a thing?
There's patterns in everything and everyone.
What's mine?
You want to be famous?
Am I that predictable?
Well, when you're in this movie, it's hard not to be.
Wait, Victor Von Doom is on here.
Yep, you heard that correctly. This dark, gritty, realistic version still has a guy named Von Doom in it.
It was almost Victor
Professor
Dalmashev.
Nasty wasn't obvious enough. Nevertheless, Storm is still convinced he should be brought on to the project.
So someone stole my design. No one stole anything, Victor.
Bullshit, you know Borat and Peter Dinklage stole my face. Hell, we even make a joke about it later.
I'm sorry, this is Borat.
Figure.
Oh,
We'll be on par with Bruno.
Who's that?
Victor.
Who's Victor?
And why did I notice him when literally nothing makes him stand out at all? Even the shot isn't composed so that you'll focus on him. I'm more likely to think this guy is Victor.
Yeah.
He's our villain, folks. Even the movie forgets he's supposed to be important.
Rudimentary.
They do see images, though, from the parallel dimension that they're trying to get to.
By the way, the different dimension is boring.
You can tell by the investment in my voice.
It's just a mountain range in the dark.
This new world can save our current one, as I'm assuming Earth is being drained of its color by FBI's most wanted terrorists.
It's a whole new world.
Which can help save this one.
Not that it deserves to be saved.
Dr. Doom over here.
See, I don't even know how to take that. Was she making a joke or just calling him by his name? It's like calling your bad guy Doctor, you're a monster. There'd just be some confusion down the road. But it turns out Storm has another son named Johnny, who's a reckless troublemaker. In this scene, he is literally never reckless or causes trouble throughout the rest of the film.
Well, you're not
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Excuse me?
You're gonna have to earn it. You're gonna have to come work for me.
I'm not wearing a lab coat.
So Johnny joins a world-changing experiment to get his car back. Because, you know, life.
The most qualified people to do this.
Introduced to the team.
Is that Adolf? Long time.
You don't need to make fun of his name. It does it quite naturally on its own. We have a little making stuff montage, complete with doo-doo-doo-doo music.
Maybe that's why he's a super villain. How dare you name me this?
What's up?
It's a surname. He didn't pick it.
Did we miss that part? Not kidding. There has never been one moment of any of these characters smiling except for one shot in the montage where they're eating and not saying a word to each other. Is the movie's idea of building chemistry literally building chemistry?
Look, don't get used to this. I'm just here to get my car back.
You don't understand. We had Chinese food and doo-doo-doo music.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our first action scene. The time has come to test the portal on an unrendered model from Space Chimps.
Oh boy.
But apparently sitting in a chair was too dangerous. And it seems to be successful. But it turns out they don't want to use the inventors for the first human teleport.
Yeah!
doesn't that kind of go without saying?
Yeah!
To start thinking about sending men. Us. I think it's time to start coordinating with our friends at NASA.
Hey, thank you.
The shuttle to the moon wasn't invented by Neil Armstrong. They even make a reference to that later.
You guys know who built the Apollo spacecraft? Went to the moon? But you know who Neil Armstrong is, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, why did you think you were going?
Unless we go first. Why don't we go first? God, this thing works.
Yes, let's screw up a history-making experiment for your ego.
And you've been drinking!
No, wait, you know what? Hold on a second. Turn on a light! Sorry, I had to get that out just once. I'm sure this will...
Wow.
Tired of them sitting in the goddamn darkness. God.
Man, our three scientists need one more to go with them. Well, I'm sure you're all thinking of the same brilliant mind who had such a big impact, Ben.
Who?
Ben.
He hasn't been in the movie for a while.
No. Why the hell not? He has no scientific mind, done literally nothing, and outed himself as so useless that he just left Reed before they even started building it.
Yeah. Going away, President. Just going to school here. Looks like you're home, buddy.
So, of course it should be him.
Look, Ben, I need you to come, because we're going tonight. I told the
It's
guys
also
I'm not
just
going
dumb that she gets powers, but she didn't even go.
Oh, yeah. Broom handle arms is really gonna be trouble for any danger out there. Surely he must be drunk.
You drunk? Yeah, I am a little drunk.
Even more reason to do it. Why didn't the moon landing go this way? Houston, I'm so plastered. It's really hard on this and everything, but
Houston, we have a problem.
a junkyard couldn't protect me
I can't
to
get
save
up.
either of our lives. And bros before hoes. Scientifically, this has to be done. Hey, look, an asteroid. Let's go give it a kiss.
Ouch.
So they travel to this new dimension to discover it's just as dark and bland as our world.
It's amazing. We did it.
Don't you dare take off your Sub-Zero mask. If we come across Reptile in this outworld, we want to be evenly matched. But here's something I bet you never thought they would come across in this movie. Something. Yeah, goddamn something. I bet you thought.
Then he touches it. Like, why would you touch it?
My God, Mountain Dew is working on another new flavor. Don't touch you, or most of all, drink it. Victor gets left behind, Ben is covered in Cadbury eggs, and Sue, despite not being there, somehow gets affected as well. Sorry, babe, it's one small step for man. You just get our gamma farts. Life is fair. It turns out Reed can now stretch incredibly far. I dare even say we call him Mr. Fant4stic. No, just kidding. That'd be just like a comic book.
That's pretty gruesome, and I kind of liked that idea of like
The
a...
origin story for Flame Princess is a lot more intense than I thought it'd be. Sue, of course, gets invisible powers, and Ben looks like an uneaten rock biter Cheeto.
Reed, what happened to me?
I don't know. But I'm gonna figure this out.
Shit, Ben, I'm coming back for you, I promise.
And by come back, I mean abandon you, not help you in any way, and never return. Theirs is a complicated love.
I kind of like some of the ideas, but this like the horror, kind of like a horror aspect of it. But
I mean, what were you feeling when Victor Von Doom was just walking down the hallway?
No, but I mean, like in terms of like, there's like when they come back, Reed just looks over and Johnny's on fire. It looks like he's dead, and his body's just burning. I'm like, that's kind of horrific.
Hey, look, a dark room. I haven't seen that yet.
Yep.
Where is Reed? Reed's gone. You want to find a cure? We have resources here.
Okay, so this is particularly interesting. We just got done with a scene showing pretty much what Ben looks like. A cookie turd shit out by the rock monster from Galaxy Quest. Yet for some reason, they keep his identity a secret here. Even though we clearly already know what he looks like.
Like the Fire Lord in that shitty movie.
Pretty pointless, but this movie found a black hole of pointless. Like there's already no point, and yet somehow it creates even less of a point. Is it too late to call them the all-around uninteresting Dark Blur 4? To make things even stranger, we're almost at the 1 hour mark, and only now have they changed into their hero forms. Most of them just woke up, and suddenly it's 1 year later, Ben is fighting for the army, Johnny has just figured out how to shoot fireballs, Sue can turn herself and other things invisible while also
That should have been in the movie.
And they want to harness this power so they can go back to the parallel dimension to get even more powers. Now, you think I'm paraphrasing there. What'd it take? Maybe a minute for me to say? It takes the movie the exact same amount of time to get all that information at you. Yeah, most of the superhero stuff is done in 1 goddamn minute. And it's not even in the forefront. See Ben doing all that.
That's the movie I want to watch.
Well, it's not nearly as exciting as watching it in the distance with a bunch of lifeless douchebags sitting around.
By the way, if you
finally get some friggin' action
on the screen, it says like confirmed kills 43. He's killed 43 people.
Being watched by somebody else.
Here's your coffee, Mr. Fox.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, is that?
Batman fighting the Joker? Yes.
Does that somehow seem less dramatic to you?
You're quite right. Hold these. Ah, much better. Sippy, sippy. Now this is exciting.
But don't worry, if this is too much out of your comfort zone, fear not, we go right back into talking in dark rooms again.
What if it takes more time to get it right? We could be talking years.
I am not going to be a tool.
The movie strongly disagrees.
Oh, by the way,
looks like Reed
Kara,
a year or two. Yeah, sure is hard
Kate
to
Mara.
track a
Kate Mara, her wig, her hair inconsistency is so distracting.
Found by the army who bring Ben in.
Oh my God, Ben.
So, this is where you've been hiding out.
Hey, where's your thing? I just thought of a good name for you. Whoop.
Yeah, put on some pants.
Finally, we're gonna get some action. Well, that was short. Oh, wait. Out of the magnitude of variety we've had in this film.
Talking in a dark room.
A guess. A wild goddamn guess. What's coming up next? Oh my God! Why is this fantastic? Why is this fantastic? Your goddamn movie is called Fantastic Four, and you can't even get one fantastic thing in it. Why is talking in a goddamn dark room fantastic?
Reshoots.
Upbringing like the boy from Room? Is this literally all you know?
There's so many reshoots that the light bulbs burned out and they were too lazy to change them or something.
An outside scene! Take it away! That's better!
Do you ever wonder what life would have been like if you hadn't come?
It's her hair.
We could have been sitting in a dark room with table lamps. Table lamps!
Reed is back. We're closer than we've ever been before.
Closer to what?
The end credits. We start real movies again. They return to Planet Burt Brownie, where they discover Doom is alive and well. Hey, trust me, as long as this movie's still going, Doom will always be alive and well.
You want to know how I
Oh, he looks bad.
That place gave me strength.
Okay, I know it's a comic book adaptation, there have to be some changes, but what is with Fox's obsession of turning Marvel characters into Slipknot crash test dummies? Is this the one design they think
Is
exists?
that Ryan Reynolds?
It's getting a little old. Hell, it was never that interesting to begin with. This movie really is the master of throwing boring, uninteresting things at you in a movie that's called Fantastic. Christ, what do you think their design for the climax is? That friggin' portal in the sky cliche? Nostalgia Critic? Nostalgia Critic! Oh.
What happened? It broke him.
Do you remember Chi-Town, Mr. Critic? It'll be spring soon, and the orchards will be in blossom. And the birds
Oh, come on!
in the hazel thicket, and they'll be sowing the summer barley in the lower fields, and eating the first of the strawberries with cream. Do you remember the taste of strawberries? No, Rob. I can't recall the taste of food, or the sound of originality.
Ooh.
I'm naked in the dark. Ew, a dark room, just talking and talking, doing nothing but talking. With that cliche, that portal staring at me.
My God.
I can see it with my bored eyes. Then let us be rid of it once and for all. I can't carry that cliche, Mr. Critic, but I can carry you. Or, you know, you could just finish the damn review.
Yeah, I guess that's an option.
What the fuck was that?
This is weird.
That was out of Lord of the Rings.
I could tell.
Right?
Yeah.
So you might be wondering, where the hell did this destroy the world thing suddenly come from? Especially from a guy with such a cuddly name like Doom. Well, I'll give this movie some credit. Instead of having a huge exposition dump in 1 minute like before, this movie gives us at least 20 seconds more. Yup, in that short amount of time, he says that his life cycle is tied to that world, that he believes our world will destroy it, so he wants to destroy ours before it can get the jump on his world, and...
Who cares?
Thank you, clip from the obscure movie Screwed. You're right. Moving on. It looks like Professor Storm gets murdered. Oh, that just looks weird without a Jim Carrey song number going on.
Oh, it is the same guy.
Sorry. It was only 2 syllables and I still couldn't say it. These guys tried to stop him from sucking the world into his dimensional bullshit.
Oh my god. That's great. It's a great cut.
But Victor is too powerful and figures out ways to stop all of them.
Victor, don't do this!
There is no Victor. There is only Doom.
I'm not wasting the clip on you.
Okay, fine.
But the Fantastic Four eventually get the drop on it.
Alright, it's clobbering time!
Bang!
Yeah, in the context of the movie, that line really should be, what my brother said before he beat me up still lacking relevance!
Don't play that fucking music!
Hey, we did! Whatever we did!
We'd like to continue our existing relationship.
We don't need you or anybody else to keep an eye on us.
We just want a place where we can work.
And what if we say no?
Say yes. How much space are we talking
Okay,
about?
I'm actually so disinterested in what's going on. I am actually more curious in who took how many rolls from that plate. Okay, only Johnny seemed to take one. He apparently didn't finish it. The others had coffee, but nobody drank their water. Dude, that guy was on fire. I think he would at least have some water.
These are the biggest concerns I'm coming out of this movie with.
So they're given their own location to continue to test out their powers because the Lord knows we haven't seen enough of that in these movies, as they seem to interact off each other.
I think that the 4 of us should have a name.
Why would we need a name?
Because we're a team now, and there's 4 of us, so we should come up with a name for it.
How about 2 guys, a girl, and the thing that nobody wanted?
It's like the first thing he said to Ben the entire movie.
Jesus, I'm beginning to see why you didn't give them personalities. Their relationships to the roles was more interesting.
It's fantastic.
Yes, it is. Guys, I got it.
You didn't finish!
Oh, we didn't have to say it out loud, but you still had to take a movie with a guy named Von Doom seriously. Piss off. And that was Fant4stic.
Fant4stic.
Fantastic Four movies fail too, but at least they fail in an over-the-top way that at least try to embrace the look and corniness of the comic. It's like it's a shame to have anything to do with Fantastic Four or comic books in general. In fact, when you add them all together, the Hammer film is still the only one where they choose to fight crime, and they're not the ones who cause all the destruction they're fighting against. How does that happen? How does that happen in 2 reboots you're trying to make better? All I can say is there's a right way and a wrong way to do dark, gritty comic book material. And this is definitely the wrong way. I'm the Nostalgia Critic, and I'm just done. Nah, I'm done, guys. This movie took a lot out of me.
But, okay. Now what are we supposed to do?
We bought you out, guys. Come on. Oh, not yet?
Fox, why won't you let us play with the Avengers and Spider-Man?
Oh, don't worry. We still have plans for you.
You don't, do you?
Not a thing. And you get to suffer for it. Now, continue being anything but what you really are.
I don't think this came out.
I mean, lights out.
They didn't get bought out yet when this video came out.
That was brutal, dude.
Well, I mean, what do you I mean, I wasn't expecting anything more or anything less. The movie's just bad. It's so bad. The movie sucks. And there's like, it's so weird because in the trailers there's like scenes that are just not in the movie. Like in the trailer, you know how in one of the trailers, it's like, we thought there were 4 of you. Oh, there are. And then it cuts to Ben like dropping out of a helicopter. I'm like, where was that? And then there's like, and the posters and everything, you see like footage, you see like imagery of a crumbling city. Not in the movie. It's just the reshoots. And even the director, yeah, Josh Trank was like, yeah, this wasn't what I envisioned. Let's just never speak of this again. Still, the best Fantastic Four movie is The Incredibles. Oh yeah, and I said it earlier. In the movie they changed Victor Von Doom's last name to Victor Domashev, but there was so much like fan outcry, they changed it back. They like ADR'd it. Like they would like, I can't believe you have, and then it would cut to a different shot. Victor Von Doom on here.
Which movie did they do that in?
This one, because it was really going to be Victor Domashev.
That's dumb. And
there's just so many times where it's like, why can't you just do the Victor Von Doom right? Where he's the dictator of Latveria.
I've been watching a lot of Arrow recently, so I must say, Fox, you have failed this franchise.
Yes. My God, who would you want to like direct the next one?
I don't know. I don't have that kind of knowledge on good directors. I mean,
what about like Peyton Reed, the guy who directed the Ant-Man movies?
He might be able to do it.
Or I don't think that. Well, maybe Brad Bird. He's the guy who directed Incredibles.
One thing, I feel like we need
James Gunn.
Well, he would be good actually.
James Gunn.
His work on the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, yeah, he would probably be really good.
And he's also directing The Suicide Squad. Okay, well, we have one more Fantastic Four Nostalgia Critic to go.
Oh, not that one.
I think that one is technically the best one, because at least there's more action. Like, I kind of like the Ferris wheel scene where they save the Ferris wheel. Oh, you know what I loved about the Silver Surfer? He had a bunch of, like, random superpowers. You want to know what my favorite one of his superpower was? His television abs. You remember that?
No.
His fucking Teletubby powers.
I can't do this.
Literally, like, he was being restrained, and Sue Storm walks in, and she's like, tell me about yourself. And then literally he's like, look into my abs. And then his abs, like, start telling the story of Galactus and then Galactus' destruction. Oh, wait, my God.
Galactus was in that movie?
He was the big cloud.
That's what Galactus was? In that? Mm-hmm. That's stupid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. Fucking trash! Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm Josh.
I'm Jace.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm Jace. Sorry, I didn't speak loudly enough.